Okay. Oh wow, you guys are early. I think we're April or something. No.
Time is 7:30. I'll call this meeting of the Yardley Borough Council to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Begin this evening with our roll call.
Ms. Thompson? Present. Mr. Curtin?
Present.
Mr. Finer?
I know he's there.
Mr. Ross?
Here.
Mr. McCann?
Here.
Ms. Siegel Morris? Here. Mr. Brea?
Here.
1 second, he'll be here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you.
All right, with 7 members present, that constitutes a quorum. Before we go any further, I have one announcement that I don't want to forget to make, which is that our next council meeting will be on Wednesday, the first Wednesday in November. That's November 3rd. We are moving it because of the election. And with that, we have some special programming this evening. So, Mr. Mayor, are you taking it away?
Actually, I think we'd first like to invite Chief from New Hope and Chief from Middletown to come on up. They have something they'd like to present to Chief Kelly. Chief, if you want to meet them there in the middle, maybe.
Joe, on behalf of the Bucks County Chiefs of Police Association, we'd like to award you this plaque in testament to your actions that occurred in August when you were shot by an individual. One of the things I want to talk about, we talk about heroism, we talk about training, and I think that at that moment it was character that you portrayed after being shot, still calling into the radio room, giving direction, letting people come into it, is a real testament to your professionalism. So let me read this to you. Presented to Yardley Chief of Police Joe Kelly for your bravery and for your heroic actions taken in the line of duty, engaging a dangerous armed suspect and surviving a shotgun wound on Wednesday, August 18, 2021, on behalf of the Police Chiefs Association of Bucks County.
Thank you, Mike.
Before we move on, this presentation means a lot. The day I was shot, half of my Bucks County colleagues went to the hospital and secured the hospital, including Chief Borough and several other chiefs. The other half went to Yardley Commons and secured that scene with the officers, the brave officers you see in the back, and made sure that this town was very, very safe. So I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. All right, thank you, Mike.
Don't get too comfortable, sir. You mentioned them. I'd like to call those brave officers up front to join Chief Kelly, please. You guys want to kind of fill in the back there? That'd be perfect. Make 2 minutes, 2 rows, whatever we need to do is talk about. Chief, can I ask you to come out? So this is from your department. They asked me to read the beginning and then they're going to take over. So we'll go over again some of the details. On August 18th, 2021 at 11:04 a.m., Chief Kelly was dispatched to 608 Yardley Commons to assist a probation officer with a domestic dispute. Upon reaching the door and announcing police presence, Chief Kelly observed a man with a shotgun in the window who fired the weapon through the door and struck Chief Kelly in the hand and ear. Chief Kelly, after being struck and bleeding, called for assistance, secured the building and the officer while directing incoming officers until relieved by a supervisor. So the Borough of Yardley Police Department would like to present Chief Joseph D. Kelly III the Police Valor Award, and the department awards the Police Valor Award for an extraordinary act of outstanding courage without regard to personal safety, while in actual combat with an armed and dangerous adversary and/or in any other circumstance posing an imminent threat or serious bodily injury to the officer. Chief, congratulations from your department.
And now, along with the award goes the Valor Bar. As you can see, Chief has plenty of this type. This, again, as the mayor said, this is the highest award that is awarded by this department. So if Mrs. Danielle Kelly would gladly come up and pin this on Chief Kelly for us.
Chris. Stacy and Michelle and Brian. Also.
Just to acknowledge, we do have some auxiliary police officers here and also some officers who have moved on from the department since the time. So just want to make sure they were acknowledged.
If I could have my family come up for a photo. I'm my father, Chief Joseph Kelly, retired. My mother, Jane Kelly. My wife, Danielle Kelly. My son, Officer Joseph Kelly. And a good friend of my family, Officer Sal DeVano.
And your daughter.
And my daughter, Beth. Who's very, very shy.
Sir, we're not done yet, I don't believe.
We just have something we want to get to.
I thought you were done already.
Our hero.
I like that.
Bring that. And officers, if you want to come up, and auxiliary officers real quick, and then we'll take us some time here, but all the way we need a picture of you guys. Including auxiliary officers not in uniform.
Whoever's behind there, I can't.
You're good. No, you're
Who
good.
has Chief's phone? Raise your hand. Everybody look at that phone.
I also can't see whoever's behind that line.
Nagel?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, one more, let me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
President Borough, just with your permission, I think we're going to, is it okay if we excuse the scene and spend time with Natalie and Officer Clark's going to cover?
Yeah.
That's great, thank you.
It's actually just,
Oh, we have to do that.
we don't have to do that in the corner, maybe just slide it back.
Yeah.
Right, that sounds worse.
Thank you. All right, thank you, everyone. Before we continue, I do just want to say, if you came exclusively to honor the chief, we will not feel bad if you're out of here. But you are certainly welcome to stay with us for the rest of the meeting. Okay, let's move back into our normal agenda. First item is community announcements. It's an opportunity for any member of council or the public to share an item for the public good. Anything from council on that front? Anything from the public?
I just had a question.
Sure.
Is this the time to do that?
We have public comment immediately after, so.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Then with that, let's move right into the public comment portion of the meeting. This is an opportunity when members of the public may address council regarding items that do not appear on our agenda. If you wish to address council regarding an item that does appear on the agenda, you will be given the opportunity to do so during council's deliberation of that particular business item. Members of the public are asked to please come to our front table, state your name and address for the record, and keep your comments to 3 minutes. So at this time, if there's any public comment.
Yes, this is mine. Yeah, I'll go first. We have to write the name?
Just no, just say, you can just say it.
Oh, I'm going to have to spell it. Gabrielle Picari Luongo. Who's spelling? Gabrielle Piccari Luongo.
Thank you.
I think I have all the letters.
And your address?
68 North Main.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Hi, guys. That was really great. Also, I love this borough.
Can you do me a quick favor? Just pull that a little bit closer. It's sometimes hard for people watching at home.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Oh, all right, great. So I live at 68 North Main. I bought our house from Bob White, who's well known to this board and everyone in town probably. He was denied earlier this year from trying to build on our land. He appealed and won. Currently, they have started construction, which first started with tree removal. The tree removal has been multiple occasions. It has blocked the driveway to 68, 66, and 64 North Main. My neighbors apologize for not being here. They tried. There was an incident on Monday. When was it? Friday. Sorry. Last Friday, where the police officers, which again are amazing in this town, had to come out. They were refusing to move, blocked our driveway for over an hour, and there was a confrontation. Moving forward, the police officer told us that we need a civil suit. I'm not sure how to go about that, or civil, some sort of something with civil. I don't even know what that means on the county level or not. So I just want to let you know that there's already been issues with the construction, and we have not been allowed to access our home. I'm not even sure how to describe that other than it sounds ridiculous. So my husband might speak better. He's better at this. I'm more of a summarizing person. He's got more detail probably. But I don't know what to do. So that's my public comment. But I appreciate what the police officer did, got them to move and de-escalated, and that was nice. I don't know what 3 minutes is, but.
Thank You're so good.
Okay.
We'll look into it and everything.
Okay, I appreciate
Yeah.
all, any help is,
Yeah.
no, yeah, they've cleared, trees without any, I think, authorization. And it took, they like ruined the driveway already. They took railroad ties out and it's washing the gravel away. I mean, there's like a lot of it. I'm like just touching the surface.
Yeah, I know.
I know what that
Did we have one stop work on that site already?
We did.
Yeah, they had to put E&S measures out.
Right, they had to put,
I'm not sure what
silt
that is.
fences, and then they
I
were
did see
only-
the black
They were
wall.
only supposed to be removing dead trees.
Yeah.
The floodplain manager was involved with it as well, so.
Yeah, like they clearly weren't supposed to be doing any disturbance.
They did, and then they also just flat out said, I don't care if you can't access your house. And I think that team of tree removal people is not allowed to come back per the boss of that tree removal company. I think it's called Veterans Tree Removal. Young officer here, he's got a Polish last name, I don't know how to spell it. And the female also Carnival were there on Friday, and they did a great job. They talked us through it, but I don't even know what to do. Because this is just the beginning, right? So tree removal is the first step. They told us they didn't want to park in that area because it's swamp-like and it would get the truck stuck. And I said, perhaps the house shouldn't go here, but neat, and then got cursed out. So just
But please know they can't do any construction without submitting any kind of.
I didn't even know
plans
that
or
we weren't
permits,
even-
So they have not been approved, they're nowhere near building anything at this point.
And you
There's
think they
gonna
can't
be-
do that through the winter, maybe?
No.
Okay.
I think what we should probably do is keep these lines of communication open. Certainly you can't access your home, that's sort of an immediate issue.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to be calm about it, but.
But then, beyond that, the work being done without permits, as Liz mentioned, might be better handled through DEP. There's some different state lines that can be involved. We can help.
What does DEP mean?
And the Department of Environmental Protection, so
They have,
anytime.
yeah, they have a lot more teeth to go in.
Is that like Mr. Peck and Ghostbusters? Is that what we're talking about? I don't understand.
Yes, yes, that is exactly what that is.
Honey, is that true?
I would certainly say keep communicating with our borough staff, so.
If you send an email to Paula, she'll make sure it gets to me, and I can forward you the contact information of DEP. Because as soon as you make an actual complaint to them, that triggers their inspection process, and it starts the paperwork trail. And as soon as you get that first inspection, and things continue to go wrong, they get to go all the way back to that first date to levy fines. So you want to get that in as soon as possible.
No problem. That would be my husband's name, Sheet. I'll write that better. Thank you. I appreciate the time.
Thank you. I'm assuming we have public comment number 2 over here.
Yeah, I just want to follow up on that. Dan Longo, same last, said about the car.
Thank you.
Hi, I just wanted to follow up on what she was saying in terms of like, I love the idea of the DEP, that's fine, but I'm worried about, obviously him not caring about sending people there to work and what to do in the meantime. Because literally we're sitting out front, my mother-in-law is 70 years old, we have a Down syndrome adult at the household who and these people are telling us we'll park across the street on our land. And I'm like, well, this can't be the case. We had to call the police to have them asked to move out of our own, essentially, driveway. And I'm just worried about well, obviously we can kind of run the records and after the fact deal with this, but there's immediate effects of we can't be a situation where every time I have to get in my driveway, I have to call the police, and it can't be every time that they nicely ask them to move. In the immediacy, there's going to be different companies coming in. It's going to be a totally new crew, a totally new person. It's not going to be the same people, and it's not going to be it's going to be the first time they're doing that. So I would like to figure out how to, in the immediacy, deal with that situation, whether it be some public signage or something that legitimately says, or some kind of statement that says, you don't let it be here, but I don't know if that's possible. I don't know how any of that works, but my immediate idea is that any of the things that we kind of bring in, I don't know if that stops the immediacy, and what is our resource? I don't want to tie up the police by a ton to get flooding my driveway. That seems like a real waste of resources. Not to mention, we're right at the corner of where the street backs up. You know, the Yardley house, at the meeting house, there's a corner, some people speed around there, if there's cars stopped and backed up. You were dealing with that just that Friday. It was really dangerous before running out. They shouldn't be speeding in the first place, but it's gonna, you know, I'm really worried about how that's gonna play out the more and more this becomes constant. And I just, you know, I don't know how else to describe it except that, but that's just what I wanted to add to that. And so I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, I would think if you've got people on your property who are not supposed to be there, they're blocking you away, definitely call the department. It might feel like it's a waste of police resources, but remember, it's them that's wasting it, not you.
Okay.
Right, and again, just anytime we have documentation that something's going wrong, right? We want to resolve it now, but it matters to, you know, keep a record of these things as they happen, so that if we do need to reconstruct or we're imposing fines retroactively, that all of that information is available and there's a clear record.
I mean, on top of DEP, it might be worth us doing an NOV. There's gotta be some ordinance that they're violating with prohibiting them.
Right, we can dig and look and, you know, find the best course from the borough standpoint.
The one officer didn't find an ordinance where you're not allowed to block a private or public driveway.
My only question on that is we know we live very
Shared
close to each other.
driveway.
Yeah, I think he has access to it, so it's in the nuance of.
It is a nuance.
Right, and that's the nuance we gotta figure out is access doesn't mean the ability to deny someone else's access. We gotta figure it, you know, that to me. covers
So
it.
let's,
If we do the NOV as part of their action items, we can ask them to provide like a plan of entry for their construction entrance, their laydown areas. Like, we don't have access to that right now because they haven't done the formal land development process, but we
Right.
get to review that sort of thing. But if we file this NOV against them, that might be a way to request that type of documentation, to just kind of verify how we should go.
all right, unfortunately, we're not going to solve it this very night, but I think we can communicate offline between the engineer, solicitor, borough staff, and we will work with you
Thank you, I appreciate
to
it.
make sure that we do the best we can to stop this from happening.
Thank
And
you.
then just reach out to Paula so she can forward you the DEP information.
Great, great.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Dr. Perlman.
Hi, Dawn Perlmutter, 18 West College Avenue. I'd like to follow up on this young couple's concerns. We do have a code enforcement officer, and everybody in town seems to think they can do whatever they want with construction. And I've brought this up so many times. This is just another example of residents who realize that they can get away with damage, and then it's irreparable when it comes to our creeks and cutting trees down. I don't know why the engineer, I'm glad she's dealing with it, but I've said before, I suggested that code enforcement needs to come under the police department, where they're more qualified for this, because where is our code enforcement officer in all of this? Nobody even mentioned him. Isn't that the person that should be enforcing this? Again, it's just another example of a pattern of a climate. We have a cultural climate where the word has gotten out that you can do whatever you want construction-wise. You can trespass on people's properties, cut their trees down, do whatever you want, because nothing ever gets done. But I do appreciate that you're going to contact DEP, but we shouldn't have to go that far. It should be addressed by the person we have who was hired to address it, and their supervisor, who is the manager, not always outsourcing to the engineer to do this. So that wasn't what I was going to discuss. I just would like to mention very quickly, Yuri, I hope you can hear me, Councilman Finer. After, okay, good. After careful consideration, I decided to withdraw my application to the Historical Architectural Review Board. It came to my attention that Eli Dreyfus of Dreyfus Opticians applied, and he's the most knowledgeable person I know on historic buildings, just renovated Dreyfus Opticians, and I really think he'd be the best person for that position in this And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me know that, and I appreciate your thinking it through what's best for the borough.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Before we continue, I know we do this every meeting, with Dr. Perlmutter, every meeting you come up here and accuse our staff of gross incompetence, and I do feel it necessary to remind you that our staff, in fact, does come to work and they do their jobs. We go around this so many times. Yes, code enforcement is one avenue when we have situations like this in the borough, and I know there have been others, but we are talking about exploring all avenues. So I just need to say it for the record, because it happens every meeting that you get up here and you talk about our staff in a way that I think is disparaging to them professionally. I hope it's over when the election is over. I truly do.
Because you don't do the job. You don't address it. Look at what these people are going through. That's why I bring
Right.
up.
Thank you, Mr.
Address
Dunn.
it.
Is
I
there
wouldn't
any
bring
other
up.
public comment this evening? Yes.
Kim Brickett, I own 20 West College Avenue and 70 South Main Street, and I live at 48 Oak Road, since that seems to be a sticking point for Ms. Perlmutter. I wanted to just say that who sits on council matters, and Dawn Perlmutter is running for Yardley Borough Council, and residents need to know who Ms. Perlmutter is, and not just the lady that walks two pods in town. Ms. Perlmutter advocates that she knows all about ordinances and zoning, and she often comes before council, as you just stated, Mr. Bria, that the borough inspectors are not doing their jobs enforcing compliance. In April of 2020, Ms. Perlmutter was cited for a violation and given 15 days to comply. It took Ms. Perlmutter the full 15 days to comply. On September 23rd of this year, Ms. Perlmutter was filed a complaint against for the same issue that was in April of 2020. And as of last night, she has still not complied with that. Is this appropriate behavior for someone running for council? In addition to this violation, Ms. Perlmutter owes the borough more than $2,500 for a lien that was put on her home, and that has been for more than a year. Is this appropriate behavior for someone who is running for council? There are many more things that residents should know about Ms. Perlmutter before casting their vote for council seats. YardleyBoroughSecrets.com has been created by Silent No More Super PAC to provide residents with this information. It's so that they can make an informed decision when voting, because who sits on council really does matter. That's what I just wanted to give you all.
Thank you.
Some information.
Do you have other public comment tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Bria. I appreciate your time.
All right, hearing none, I'm going to close the public comment portion of the meeting. That we will move on to consideration of the consent agenda dated today, October 19th. It includes several items, which I will list now. First is approval of the minutes dated for October 5th. Second is approval of the bills list for tonight, October 19th. Third is a banner permit for Canal Lane. We have an event permit for the memorial lighting, which will take place on November 28th, and there are two certificates of appropriateness, one for signs at 45 East Afton Avenue, that's certificate 21-30. We also have certificate 21-31 for signs at 16 South Main Street. Would any member of council like for an item to be considered separately from the consent agenda? We have a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any further deliberation from council? Anything from the public? Dr. Perlmutter?
Okay, I'm going to do the bills list, but prior to doing the bills list, I have to say allowing someone who lives in Morrisville to get up here to disparage me, who's running for council, is a little over the top. I know 3 of you or 4 of you are running, so allowing that, I am all for free speech and public comment, but she doesn't live here and gave the wrong address. They live in Morrisville, and it's different.
Let's stick to the consent agenda.
Check number 19294, uniform gear, for $1,146.48. Is that for auxiliary police or for our sworn officers?
Sworn officers.
Okay. Check number 19299 for $1,208.99 for PMRS.
Pmrs, that's pension contributions.
That is, what is PMRS? Municipal retirement?
Right, that's the state pension fund for municipal employees. Those are contractually agreed upon contributions from the borough.
So that's in addition to the $75,009
Correct.
for the year 2022, that borough already paid. Okay. Another check under the streetlight fund, check number 958 for Armor and Sons Electric, again, $698.27. Every time they change a light bulb, we're up to what, thousands of dollars. I just think that we need to start getting bids for these amounts. It's just a tremendous amount. The total was over 25,000 just for the street lights. So again, I just think as part of the bills list, we need to start looking a little more carefully.
If you have valid suggestions, I welcome them. Do we have any other comments on the consent agenda? Mr. Mayor.
Just, I think it's proper to make a statement in terms of our procedure with the bills list. Would you mind just talking about like 10 seconds about the double signatures and that goes on?
Correct. So individual invoices are available for everyone on council to review. The chairs of the respective committees under which those invoices fall customarily initial the invoices that they've been reviewed and approved. The checks are all signed by at least 2 council members. That can vary depending on who is around.
And we are audited.
And we are audited by an external auditor. Additionally, we're approving expenditures as they come each meeting on the bills list. Many of them are budgeted, right? So those expenditures are agreed upon at the time we pass the annual budget. We are voting on them again when we are dispersing the funds. There are many eyes on them.
Thank you.
Any other comments regarding the consent agenda? Mr. Wayne.
Rich Wayne from Experience Yardley. The Halloween banner will go up this Sunday, hopefully, if Ken Smith can do it. We do want to make a request, if anybody can volunteer to help us with Halloween, there is a sign-up fee going around. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other comments on the consent agenda? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor of approval, please signify by saying aye. 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 Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 7-0. That we have a report from Chief of Police or our stand-in. Any report from
You guys set me up.
You can say no report, we're good.
That could have been said. Let me tell you guys something.
Manager Johnson, you have a report tonight.
Yes, the 2022 budget is on track to be at our next council meeting to be adopted for the preliminary. Everything's looking good with that. I want to congratulate YBA on another successful beer fest this weekend. They sold over 500 tickets. I don't believe we had any issues on Saturday at all, right, Charlie?
No.
Okay. Fall Beat collection is coming up, believe it or not, November 13th, November 27th, and December 4th are the collection dates. So I ask everybody to please share them on your Facebook pages so we can get the word out, and that is the end of my report.
Okay. Thank you. Any report from solicitor?
Thank you, but no report this evening.
Mr. Mayor, stand off for it.
No report, sir. Thank you.
Any council members?
I have a report.
All right, Mr. Ross, you get to go first.
Public Works met earlier. I'll let Liz take this up of the, for the grants, the 2 grant applications. We've decided that it makes more sense to submit 2 separate grant applications, one for this, phase 3 of the sidewalk and one for the Mary Yardley Bridge. So I'll let Liz?
Not much else to that, but just that we're gonna need permission to prepare those grant applications that will be due on November 5th. And at the November 3rd meeting, we will have the final estimates prepared for you to approve the resolutions needed to go out with those applications.
What's the turnaround time? What's the ballpark of like?
July.
Yeah, the pandemic just formally announced in July.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve writing 2 separate grant applications, so we can have them ready for the next meeting.
All right, motion made, is there a second? Okay, all right. Just by way of a little bit of summary before came up at our last meeting, and really the important vote is the one next meeting, right? For the
Correct.
resolutions.
This is just so
Just sort of consent
the
on-
engineer can prepare the grants.
On preparation of the applications. All right, any comments from the council? Any comments from the public?
I just had a quick comment. Will the proposed budget be published before the meeting?
Yes, so.
No, it doesn't become public until the public is able to view it, which.
No, but I
is
think
2 weeks.
I think there's 2 points. We may vote to we will likely vote to publish a budget on November 3rd,
Mhm.
at which point there will be a 30-day comment period
Oh.
and members from general government, Paul and Patty, will willing to meet with people and answer questions during that period of time. And then there's a vote in early December where we would finalize and approve ratify the budget.
Okay, thanks.
Any further deliberation regarding the motion that's on the floor? Anything from the public? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of the 2 grant applications, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Anything else?
Nope, that does it for me.
All right.
David, I just had one thing, Brian Wells is here, the Reading Avenue Committee did meet for the first time in a little while, and it's sort of getting re-engaged on plans to continue to improve the property, and we'll be likely coming back to council with some ideas and next steps around another cleanup, some smaller tree and brush removal, similar to the work that was done earlier this year, kind of take that project forward and move it on to the next level. We still have budgeted money that has not been allocated yet to support that. There's a donation and some money that we budgeted, so we'll be thinking about how best to use that to keep that moving forward.
Okay, that was what I think we do have some encumbered funds for that. So, all right. Any other council member reports? Hearing none, there are no other scheduled agenda items this evening. Is there a motion to adjourn? So moved. It's many first and seconds is. All in favor? Aye. Stand adjourned. Thank
You got something. I'm not.